Hello and welcome back to another episode of Would You Rather Wednesday with Zach and Shae. I'm Zach.
I'm Shae.
This is your first time tuning in. This is the show where we walk and talk about our favorite Would You Rather scenarios. Shae, how do you feel about me going first this time?
I feel, so good about it.
Shae, would you rather have a mouth for a belly button that is always giving sassy commentary, or would you rather have your Yelp score appear over your head whenever you talk to somebody, and that Yelp score is what you think of that person and their Yelp rating? Let the questions begin.
Do I have a mouth on my mouth and on my belly button?
Two mouths.
Two mouths?
The other mouth is independent of you.
So I could say, like, shut up, mouth. Hear that belly mouth?
You could shut up. You could talk to it. It's sentient.
Are we friends? Do we get along?
Not at first. Pretty sassy, and they're.
But slowly we build a begrudging friendship of deep Thelma and Louise.
As long as like you agree with their opinions, like they're one of those personalities.
Does my belly button mouth have British teeth or American teeth?
Australian teeth.
I don't know what to use as a reference for that. Can it throw up? Can the mouth of my belly button throw up?
Oh yeah, has to eat too.
Oh wait, okay, so it's two stomachs as well?
No, share the same stomach.
Then why would my belly button mouth have to eat?
Well, it's hungry. It's got taste. It doesn't like what you eat, and it's always giving sassy. Factor meal again? Okay, sourdough toast with everything seasoning again?
If they share the stomach, so you're saying they don't share taste buds. They have opposite taste buds. So it loves anchovies and flesh.
You're putting words in my mouth. You're putting words in its mouth. No, it's just its own unique personality. Like, it loves Nutella. Who doesn't love Nutella?
You're not answering the question.
Well, it wants to experience eating.
So taste buds.
It has taste buds. It has a mouth and a tongue and
you said
teeth.
The stomach is shared.
Yeah, but it goes down to your...
Keeping you
on
the solid narrow.
Yeah, the solid and narrow.
Yeah. Okay. So, on the other side, we have a Yelp score review of what people think of me.
No, what you think of them.
Oh.
So if you go up to your boss, it'll show his Yelp score for you whenever you're talking to them. It'll be like 3 stars. Would work here again.
Can I change? Can the stars go up based on good behavior?
It is your honest opinion. You can't lie.
I know, but
yeah, if your opinion
changes, if my opinion changes, it can change.
But it has to honestly change.
And like, but here's the thing: on Yelp reviews, like you can edit like how you phrase the Yelp. Like some Yelp reviewers are like, you know, like barftastic, like I wouldn't let Hitler come to this restaurant. And then other Yelp reviewers are like, you know, I mean, it wasn't my favorite, but and you know, the service was great, but they did serve me like poop on a stick. So like, then they're like nice about it.
It is precisely honest. It is precisely exactly what you think.
Right, but
no, it's no exaggeration.
Right,
and no pulling punches.
But like the tone could be like kind and uplifting, and
it's factual. The tone is informative and factual.
But isn't it
so and so smells like old bread, and this made it to be a very unenjoyable movie watching. And it's really short. It's like a tweet length. It's 140 characters or less.
Okay, so it's not really a Yelp review.
It's a short Yelp review. Really, what I'm getting at is you just can't hide your feelings from people.
Okay.
Like, I don't like their face. Their face is ugly to me. Would not look at them again.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that.
But then how does it decide if it's that short which thought?
It's magic.
Which prominent thought comes up?
It's just the key deciding factor of that score.
Okay, so if what I think about most of a person is how ugly they are.
If that's what it is.
Even if I think they have an amazing personality, it won't show that part. It'll just show you have an ugly face.
What's their score?
Let's say it's a 3.
Okay, it's a 3. It's pretty middle of the road. So then the question is, what's stronger? Your dislike of their looks or your appreciation of their...
Right, but I'm just saying...
So in that case, it would be great personality, kind of a nuggo, 3 stars.
Okay. Then I would choose the Yelp review.
Yelp reviews?
Yeah, because I'm non-confrontational, so I'd rather have them hear it from someone else, even if that's someone else's text box above my head.
Okay.
Plus, I could be on Jimmy, one of the Jimmys
Jimmy
doing
Kimmel's mean tweets?
mean tweets.
Mean Yelp reviews?
Mean Yelp reviews of what people saw of me. Could probably make it a bit.
Alright, locking it in?
Locking it in.
Alright, with every Yelp review, you also have a picture of them in the shower that presumably you took. And they'll always ask, how did you get this incredibly sensitive photo of me?
Win-win.
Win-win. You broke the system.
They'd like that, wouldn't they?
I know I would. Ooh. Alright, your question.
Suck.
Yeah.
Would you rather you have to gamble at a casino, but instead of gambling money, you have to gamble your looks, and you're addicted.
Okay.
You're addicted to gambling.
Addicted to gambling.
Or you're at a casino, but instead of gambling...
Okay. Almost an identical scenario.
Instead of gambling looks, you're gambling smarts. You're gambling smarts, and you're also gambling wit and comedy.
Alright, so am I addicted to gambling in the second scenario?
Yeah, both scenarios you are.
Would I rather be addicted to gambling and go to one casino where I am gambling away my looks, or be addicted to gambling and gamble at a casino where I'm gambling away my smarts and my wits?
Addicted in both scenarios, and you're losing everything. You're losing your family. You're losing.
So I'm losing. I'm a bad gambler.
Well, sometimes you win, but your addiction's gone off the rails.
Am I worse at one or the other? Am I worse at the look gambling than I'm at the wits gambling?
No, you're the same level.
And which is pretty bad.
Well, it's a luck thing, and the house always wins.
Right. So I'm losing every night. So I'm getting uglier and uglier, or dumber and dumber.
Yes, but you do get to choose, like, instead of saying like a certain amount, like instead of gambling 20 pretties, you're like, I'm gonna gamble like my pretty eyes. I'm gonna have lumps of coal in my eyes instead.
Wow, so I could be disabled.
I'm not disabled, but you could be Frosty the Snowman. You look more and more like Frosty the Snowman.
That's what ugly means in this universe. I'm rounder, I'm pastier, I have coals for eyes. Oh my gosh, I'm Frosty the Snowman.
And you have big clumps of snow for different parts of your body. So you're gambling like, oh, I'm gonna gamble my nipples to be snow.
Why wouldn't those also be coal?
Because his eyes are made out of coal.
So are his buttons.
Oh, okay, yeah, so your nipples would turn into buttons.
Of course. The classic snowman anatomy. My eyes are made of coal. My coal nipples are made of buttons.
Yeah, and you'd be naked.
Okay.
Because Frosty the Snowman's naked.
So the more I lose at scenario one, the more...
Basically, be a snowman flasher.
So I'm becoming a nude snowman.
Yeah.
But with the other one, like, can I give up, like, I'm gonna sacrifice what I know about history. I'm gonna, like, sacrifice, like, my multiplication tables.
Yeah, right. It's like piece by piece, and the farthest you'll go is basically, like, whatever the off-brand of, like, Disney Channel is. That their version of like a teen jock like archetype.
That's how dumb I'll become.
That's how dumb you'll become.
I'll become the dumb jock character in Big Fat Liar.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's just
the
like
Frankie Muniz classic.
Right, where like all you care about is just like very superficial, and it's like people would rather like watch grass grow than have a conversation with you.
Okay, so I'm pretty insufferable.
Yeah.
So, okay.
And it's not even like you get to be like the hottest person on earth.
Yeah, I'm just my looks and dumb as a rock.
Which is really great.
Which is solid 7 on a good day. Alright, so the house always wins. So it sounds like I will be in a perpetual just downslide either into becoming a nude snowman.
But you might win some things. You know what I'm saying?
Is
so
it
like,
if I play long enough?
Yeah.
Could I win the jackpot?
You could win the jackpot, but you're addicted, so you won't keep it for very long.
So I'll
You'll
just
have to
keep
go back.
gambling.
Yeah, so it's basically like a cycle. So like at one point you might be all Frosty the Snowman, but at another point you might be mostly Zach.
Yes. But I'll be so dumb in the other one that I'll become insufferable. But I'll also have dumb luck.
Right. Yeah. So
okay.
And also you also have like in both scenarios you have your life is the same up to this point. So like I'm still your best friend, so you could probably explain like, Shae,
I have kids. Okay.
You still have kids, you still have a mother who loves you, who would love you as Frosty the Snowman.
Or as a dumb Nickelodeon jock.
Yeah. And Linda likes talking to you even when you have like no intelligent conversations.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay.
Because I want to keep all my bits not made of snow, and I think I'd be too dumb to notice when I'm dumb or not. I think I'm going to choose I'm addicted to gambling. I'm gambling away my wits.
Okay. You gamble away your wits, but it makes you
Here
dumb
comes
enough.
the snowman? Are you inserting the snowman?
No.
Okay.
Santa Claus hears about you. And instead of giving you coal for Christmas, he turns you into a lump of coal.
Oh my god.
Because you've been such a bad boy.
See, with mine's like a tiny little twisted, and it's like, no matter what the doomsday scenario, and it's awful, and now you're just a piece of rock at the end.
Yeah, because you're dumb enough that you like...
think that's cool.
Yeah, you think that's cool to like disobey laws and stuff.
Wow.
Like you're like the dumb jock in like an anti-smoking ad. We're just like, it's cool. It's cool to disobey the law.
Makes my brain good.
Yeah, and you like murder people because you think that's like the natural extension of being cool is like smoking and then killing. And
yeah, these Nickelodeon jocks are a lot worse than I remember them from the movies.
Yeah.
Well, anywho, this has been another episode of Would You Rather. If you have a specific Would You Rather scenario you'd like us to explore, comment below. But in the meantime, Shae, if you ever turn into a dumb jock...
Are you trying to rhyme?
Yeah. And that's it. All right, see
ya. Be the coolest kid on the block.
Yeah!